Some of my favorite stories from the companions are the ones where I feel like I can really relate to their humanity and see sort of the things that they struggled with. And one of these is the story of Abu Huraira when he is basically serving many of the poor companions in the Prophet's masjid milk. And the setup for the story is, he was part of Ahl Sufa, these people that kind of lived in the masjid, and they were very poor and they didn't have anything. And they were kind of dependent on whatever came their way. They didn't know, where their next meal was coming from. And so there was a particular day where they were extremely hungry and they hadn't eaten for a long time. And Abu Huraira, he leaves the masjid and he comes to the Prophet ﷺ, and they're given, somehow or other, they're given a bowl of milk. The Prophet ﷺ gives the bowl of milk to Abu Huraira. And Abu Huraira, of course, he's hungry, and he wants to drink it for himself. But the Prophet ﷺ says, go and serve this to the rest of your brethren in the masjid. Okay. Now, Abu Huraira, imagine, what he's feeling here. He's so hungry himself. Feel like he's got, a pit in his stomach, and he's looking at this bowl and he has to carry it to the masjid. And there's not any possible way that it's going to be enough for everybody. Right. So he's got to be thinking when he's carrying it, he's like, nobody would know. Right. They would, of course, but it would have been tempting to be like, well, if I drank it now and then, whatever, then maybe somebody else doesn't get as much or we run out, or okay, but at least I would have gotten my fill. But he struggles against himself. And he gets to the masjid and he kind of, painfully is giving it to every single person. And there's a bunch of guys there, full grown men, and they're drinking from it one at a time. And as Abu Huraira is looking down into the bowl, he sees that it's not going down, right? Nothing's decreasing from the bowl, the amount of milk in the bowl. And so he's kind of watching and he gives it to the next person and the next person and the next person. And it's as if no one had drunk anything from it, right? It's still full. And so by the time he gets to the end, he's amazed. And the Prophet ﷺ comes up from behind. So he joins them in the masjid. And the Prophet ﷺ laughs. He laughs at because he sees Abu Huraira, being surprised at this. And then so he says to Abu Huraira, he said, drink. Abu Huraira was so afraid that he wasn't going to get anything, but he was patient and he fought against himself, and there was still enough left for him. And so he drank. And then again, the bowl, it's as if no one drank anything from it. It's still full. But he stops, and the Prophet ﷺ said, no, drink again. And so he drinks more. And then it happens again. He drink again until he can't fit anything else. He's completely stuffed. And the bowl is still untouched, as if no one had ever taken anything from it. And so it amazes me, this story, because that psychology and that mentality, or that fear that we have, is so fundamentally human. It's so human nature. The scarcity mindset that there's not going to be enough to go around, right? That's why Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, "Shaytan ya'idukum al-faqra wa ya'murukum bil-fahsha." Is that the devil is the one that threatens you with poverty. The devil is the one that wants to make you think that there's not enough to go around, right? And so Abu Huraira had to be struggling with the shaitan, thinking that, oh my God, there's no possible way I'm going to get mine, right? And look at the morality. We talk a lot of times about ethics and how, beliefs are essential to having ethics. Somebody who doesn't believe in Allah on the last day, are they going to give everybody else the milk first? Or are they going to take it and run and take their share and not worry about anybody else? He's hungry. But Abu Huraira perseveres. He perseveres and he breaks through, and he finds that it's not scarcity. Scarcity isn't how the world is set up. It's actually set up with bounty. And there is such a thing that's called blessing. Blessing is real. And blessing it's the providence of Allah, that Allah can bless whatever He wants. And whatever you have, whether it's $1 or $100 or $1,000, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to, He can make it stretch. He can make it last and last and last. Or if He wants to, He can make it not worth anything, and He can make it leave you with absolutely no barakah at all. That's why Allah says in the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, He says that He compares riba to charity, and they're the opposites. He says that Allah basically deprives the blessing out of riba, that He sucks all the blessing out of it, so that it's the opposite scenario. That's scarcity. When you're involved in riba and you have this mentality and you're doing these things, then you find scarcity, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes away all the blessing from it. But if you give charity, then Allah heaps the blessing and heaps it up, so that everything that you do, min haythu la yahtasib, right? You're getting things from places you couldn't even anticipate. And Allah, with the little bit that you have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it stretch further than you can imagine.